Nobody is seeing the issue here? Why are you this lit behind a freaking car? And Chyna, if you actually turn that car off on your mom, you're wrong.
Can we just talk? Can we just talk about
What's going on, everybody? Thanks for tuning into my channel. It's your girl Nisha here, back in the cut once again. Today we're going to review the Real Blac Chyna. Now, in case you missed episode 1, I'll go ahead and give you guys a really quick recap. Blac Chyna introduced us to everybody that's important in her life, specifically Ashton, which is the assistant, and Treasure, which is the best friend. We found out that Tokyo Toni, who is her mother, can't stand the best friend. But honestly, Tokyo Toni can't stand anybody that's in Blac Chyna's life because she feels like they're all influencing her. You know, she's really into that whole Illuminati and the people are trying to control her daughter. And she feels like Treasure is there for the money. She is not really her friend. I don't even know Treasure. Blac Chyna and her mom get into this really heated argument. Blac Chyna sat down. First, she moved the chair between them. Then she sat down. She faces her mom. Well, her mom says that Blac Chyna did not face her, and so it just all went left because Tokyo was like, I'm leaving. I'm not gonna deal with this. And so they end up really getting into a heated argument. Blac Chyna is cussing her mom out. Her mama cussing her out. Nobody's hearing anybody. So this is the main reason that y'all have all of these issues, because nobody's listening. You know, it's a whole lot of this. And how can you actually hear anybody out if y'all both are talking? And y'all, I think my blood pressure raised the first episode. They ended up throwing stuff at each other. So Blac Chyna's mom, Tokyo, threw a shoe at Blac Chyna, told her that she could go kill herself, that she didn't care about her. Chyna's telling her, well, you can leave and you'll never see my kids. I'm ending the cycle right here. They'll never see you. All types of stuff, right? They just going back and forth at each other. Chyna threw a chair, then she threw a pineapple at her mom, and it just really got crazy. So then you go over to the next scene where her mom is outside talking about, well, it's okay. She said, I don't need to see them kids, so that's fine. I didn't pop my coochie for them kids, so I don't care. If that's what you want to do, those are her kids, and she the one had them, so I really don't care anymore. I don't care. I just want to go back to Washington. I can't believe she would take my car. She hit the kill switch on my car. Why would you do your mother like that? Altima? The maid has an Altima. So anyway, this all went down on episode 1. So if you missed it, go on YouTube because somebody got it listed, I'm sure, and go watch it. So now we're on episode 2, and we picked up where we left off on episode 1. Well, Blac Chyna, you know, baby, I just want to say this. Now, Blac Chyna is a beautiful girl, but she has done way too much work to herself. She really wanted us to see how upset she was, and I knew a few tears was falling, but I couldn't tell because she still looked happy to me. I was like, that damn Botox. And then with the lips, she could barely move them lips. She's talking to Ashton and telling him how upset she is and how wrong her mom is, and Ashton is not telling her, well, Blac Chyna, I watched everything. And even though your mom reacted the way she did, you did not have to go off the way you did. How do y'all expect to get anywhere if nobody is hearing the other out? You're saying about how she wasn't there for you when you were younger, how your grandmother took care of you, and how your grandmother would roll in her grave if she knew what was going on right now. And then she's over here talking about how you're lying on her, how she was there for you, and how you keep trying to put her out and make her seem like this bad person, and how you're just being influenced by all these other people. And neither one of y'all are hearing each other out because you're too busy talking. But no, he's not telling her that. He's agreeing with everything she says, and he's not making her accountable for her part. Okay, she's not an angel in this. She has had a rough life. We understand that. She strived throughout her whole life to be better than what she had came from, and I think for the most part we all try to do that. But you have to be accountable for your part, just as your mother has to be accountable for hers. And I truly believe, and I know some people may be like, well, no, that's just kissing people. But no, when you know a way that a person is going to react, then you need to be prepared for that. And then you need to counter that with the opposite. Don't go having this full-blown argument because you're not getting anywhere. And this person is argumentative. She feels like she's right all the time and she wants to dominate the conversation. Well, hear her out. And when she asks questions like, well, why am I lying? Why are you lying to me? And this and that and that and that, then answer her and tell her your part, and then shut up again and let her talk. So she likes to dominate. And then once she feels like she's done talking around and to herself, then eventually she'll say, you know what? Okay, it's your turn. Meet people where they are. You can't keep doing what you know best, which is what she taught you. And y'all not gonna get nowhere. Because your assistant is a yes man, and that security guard that was your security guard that you didn't know was a security guard when you were younger, he's also a yes man in Tokyo's life. So anyway, Tokyo leaves. Blac Chyna goes out. She throws her shoe out there, closes her gate, and then she actually wanted somebody to call the police on her, but then somebody said, well, the neighbors will do it. So then Treasure's like, well, come on, tell me what's going on. How did the whole meeting go yesterday? I missed it. How did that go with Tokyo? And so then she tells her that she didn't really get anywhere. She goes on the same story, basically what I just told y'all. The Treasure was like, okay, I don't want to hear from Blac Chyna. I want you to tell me, Ashton, what happened. I love that because from Blac Chyna, I'm not saying that she's going to always make herself seem like the innocent one. I just feel like she's not going to be, it's coming from her perspective and she was in it. So to have someone outside that was looking in that hopefully would be objective and just say what happened, I really like that she was like, okay, I want to hear from you and not from her. And it was like, and I'm glad that Blac Chyna didn't even take offense to that. She was just like, okay, tell him what happened. But even he made it seem like it was still Chyna was the angel and Tokyo was the freaking enemy. So they decide to meet up with Tokyo. Well, they're going to call her and then meet up with Tokyo so that way they can have the conversation. So we go over to the hotel room and we're with Tokyo, Tony, and the guy. I'm going to call him the security guard. I can't remember his name. But it's her good friend that she says that she has never slept with, but she thinks that he's into her. So we go over there. She's getting ready because she's like, no, look, I'm finna leave. I'm done. I've done what I can. He's like, yeah, she shouldn't do you like that. You're her mom. And I'm like, what the hell? Nobody is seeing the issue here? Why are you this lit behind a freaking car? And Chyna, if you actually turn that car off on your mom, you're wrong. But why are we constantly allowing a material thing to be the wedge between a family? I don't get it. Y'all have each other. But anyway, so he's still making it seem like she was right. One thing he did say was, but you're her mom and you should, just stay. And she's like, no, I'm not going to stay. I'm finna leave. Because you heard what she told me and I'm just done. You know how I am. I'm stubborn. I'm finna leave. No, I think you should stay. So anyway, she ends up staying. Treasure and Ashton calls her to set up the meeting. The idea behind this meeting is if we can talk to her, Treasure and your mom, Tokyo, have an issue. I think it's one-sided. It's more so Tokyo has an issue with her. But if we can get them on a good page, cordial, then that way it'll be easier for us to get you and your mom on a good page. Okay, so they call, set up this meeting. She's completely there for it. And she says, let's meet at a park. So now we go over to the park. And Tokyo you could tell she's not a fan of Treasure. I don't know what it is Treasure has done to her. According to Treasure, she hasn't done anything. But for some reason, Tokyo is not into Treasure. She just can't stand her, okay? So they go over to this park. They're standing there. They're talking. Okay, what can we do to get y'all on the same page? Tokyo's talking about how she feels like Blac Chyna needs to respect her and how Blac Chyna did her wrong and all this. And then we get on the topic of Treasure, okay? Somehow we lead there. And then she feels like she doesn't like Treasure because Treasure is just using her. She doesn't know Treasure. Treasure's like, what you mean you don't know me? Like, you used to stay with Chyna and I used to be over there and I only saw you 3 times. what? I used to stay over there and all this other type of stuff. And she's like, no, I don't know you. Name the times, and maybe I'll give you 4, but name the times that we actually met each other. And she really couldn't give those times. So what Tokyo was saying is, I don't know you. You're around my child. I think she stays with Chyna, but I could be wrong. You're around my child. I feel like you're using her. I feel like this is a clout chase for you. If you didn't watch episode 1, Treasure lost her mom. So Treasure would want nothing more than for Blac Chyna and her mom to be good. And also she would like to be able to look at Tokyo as a mother figure as well. And, you know, she has her own issues with her son and stuff like that. She says she has 3 kids. So Treasure is more so like, look, first of all, I'm grown. You're not going to talk to me any type of way. But I do have one. We both have a common love for Blac Chyna. So if we can, you know, I'm willing to do what I need to do, to set my pride aside, to do what I need to do as a friend to make this work for her. And this is somebody that's not selfish. She's putting her pride aside in order to do what's best for her friend because she doesn't want her friend hurting. There was a scene to where Blac Chyna was like, I wonder, you know, your mother is gone. My mom is here but gone. What's worse? Honestly, both are. They're both gone. And it's sad because you can, you know, fix this whole issue that Tokyo and her daughter has. It can be fixed if they listen to each other and allow and give each other the benefit of the doubt that maybe you did what was best at that time. Maybe you had a reason for whatever you did. I'm willing to get past that, but they're not there yet. Tokyo ends up taking her jacket off as if she's going to fight Treasure. Treasure's like, look, I'm not going to disrespect my friend's mom, but if I need to take it there, best believe it's going to go there. I'm not no punk bitch. I really hope nothing goes beyond that because at the end of the day, this is your best friend's mother and you are Blac Chyna's mother and also Dream and King's grandmother. You don't need to be out here at a park acting something ratchet, okay? So much work needs to be done on this family. I don't even know if Ayanla can fix their life at this point. I think they both need to have, you know, therapy by themselves and then come together at this point because it's crazy, y'all. It seems like the root of this issue is money because the car was purchased with money and you're still upset about this car and you're upset that your daughter is staying in a mansion and you are homeless. And you said your car was in your yard, but then you backdoored and said, well, I have to pay $250 a month at my friend's house. So I don't know whether it's her yard or the friend's house because the last I checked, she said she was homeless. It's just a whole lot of issues and I can see why Chyna don't want to bring her in her house. Because all that arguing is going to be exposed to your children and then they're going to start thinking that this is okay. And so I can see why she doesn't want her there. But nobody's hearing each other. Like, it's just crazy, y'all. But anyway, I'm rambling at this point. Go ahead, get into the comments. Let me know what you think about this review. And until next time.
Yeah, low key and maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.